Kisses for the Fredo. Kisses for the Fredo. There's a dog barking outside.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah.
The purrs, I can still hear purring. Oh, you're such a good boy. How are we going to get any podcasting done when Fredo is here being so cute?
Yep. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well.
Oh my god, it really is cat ASMR.
Yeah, he just licked his foot like right in front of the microphone. So we're actually rebranding the podcast. It's Cat ASMR now.
It's Fredo's podcast, Cat ASMR.
Fredo, you are too big to be on the desk right now.
No, he's perfect.
And he's on my notes. Okay, well, can I at least have my notes that you are lying on?
Don't you remember the movie?
Oh, there we go. The notes are now on Fredo.
Practical. What a good boy.
Well, he isn't complaining yet. So.
Yeah. He's so good. Okay, how do we start? Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. We're here again.
We are. Everyone's
so
surprised. Fredo. Well, no one is surprised that Fredo is back.
No one is surprised that Fredo's here. Everyone is surprised that we are here for a second week in a row.
Well,
but 2 weeks for you.
Yeah.
Which is even more surprising.
But we are somehow keeping up with our recording schedule.
For now. So far, yes. And this week, we watched The Family Stone.
Oh my god.
And we have a lot of opinions.
Oh, so many opinions.
So many opinions. I have a feeling this one will be longer than the last one.
It might be.
If the quantity of notes that we've taken is anything to go by, this will be a longer discussion than the last.
I feel like there's also a lot more to discuss. Cause
there is so much to discuss. I have so many opinions.
So much went on in this movie. I
don't know. We'll get to the conclusions at the end, but yeah, I have a lot to say. Would you like to give us a little summary?
A brief
Would you
synopsis?
Like to?
Yes. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure what the plot of this movie was. No, so it's Sarah Jessica Parker and her boyfriend go to his family's Christmas celebration thing, and it is a disaster from start to finish. The family hates her for no reason. She's insane. Well, yeah, but they don't know those yet. They hate her already from the get-go, and then we discover their reasons. But she is insane. The entire family is insane. The mother has cancer, but she's not telling anyone. The family is awful. Meredith is awful. They chase her out of the house, essentially. She goes to sleep at the inn, makes her sister come from their Christmas.
Family, which God knows how that's going down.
Her boyfriend realizes he's in love with a sister who he hadn't met up until this moment in time. Meredith ends up thinking that she slept with the brother. Turns out Meredith and the brother didn't sleep together. Well, I mean, they slept together, but they didn't have sex. They just fell asleep in bed naked. Because that's what people do.
That's what normal people do with their boyfriend's brothers.
Yeah. Everett, I believe his name is, wants to propose to Meredith originally. So he buys a ring, because at first the mother doesn't want to give him the ring. The mother changes her mind, gives him the ring. He, for some inexplicable reason, decides that the sister should try the ring on. Then there's a fight.
And everyone ends up covered in egg.
Yes, I also have many thoughts about the egg thing. It ends up being a happy Christmas after all, because Meredith gives them all the same picture of the mother, framed and blown up. Blown up as in zoomed in, not blown up.
Bucks for the dynamite. Merry Christmas. It went down.
Christmas is saved.
Christmas is saved.
Everett leaves Meredith for her sister.
Julie.
And Meredith leaves him for his brother.
And everyone's fine with it.
Everyone is fine with it. Yeah, that was a terrible synopsis, but it's a terrible movie.
It's a terrible movie, that's true.
Also, I did write down that it's directed by Thomas Bezucha.
Bezucha.
Starring Claire Danes, the late great Diane Keaton, Rachel McAdams, and then there's also Sarah Jessica Parker. I never know her name, but the actress who plays Ava in Grey's Anatomy. Also Owen Wilson's brother. And
He's true!
the guy who plays Everett has a name that I can never remember. When I went on Netflix to play it the first time, it said, "We think you'll love this." I didn't
not. You? I loved it in a way.
I loved it in the
I had fun watching it.
in the horrible movie love kind of way. Like when you know a movie's bad, so you don't really take it seriously.
Exactly. Not in the way that I love A Muppet's Christmas Carol, which is the best movie ever made.
I don't think I've ever seen it, actually, because I'm terrified of the Muppets.
Oh. You're in for a bad time.
Is
there's a lot of
Beaker in it?
Muppets.
Is
Beaker, yes. But not in a, like, main role.
I have
He's there, but...
a very rational, honestly, fear of Beaker.
I know exactly what you mean. Beaker's fucking weird. Let's talk about the Family Stone.
Let's
because
talk about the
unfortunately,
Family Stone.
we are not here to talk about Muppets.
Yeah, would be much shorter if we were, or, well, very one-sided because I would have nothing to
I have
contribute.
a lot to say about the Muppets. My first note, before the very, very long opening credits, is Meredith is very busy and important. I hate her already.
My first note says, Sarah Jessica Parker seems like a bitch boss. Comma, I don't care if it's Christmas. Like, I also don't think that for the entire movie we know what she does for work.
Actually, I'm not sure. Well, like, there's that whole scene where she's explaining how they met in Hong Kong or whatever, and she kind of gets into how she hijacked a business thing of his that she was...
Yeah, but, like, there's no indication of what it is she actually does, and, like, the conversation she's having on the phone could be, like, super generic, so...
The main thing is we know that she's very busy and very important and actually does possess some semblance of social skills in theory, in one context. Because everything we see for the rest of the movie seems to indicate the exact opposite. The opening credits were so long.
They were so long.
Was that a 2005 thing? Is that a thing in, like...
I don't know whether it was necessarily 2005.
20-year-old movies? 20 years ago?
Oh my god.
When we were children?
When we were children.
But in 2005, I was already, like, what, 11?
Yeah, we were tweens.
So I wasn't even a proper child.
Mm-hmm.
We're old.
Yep. So, yeah. Very intrigued about the layout of this house, or, like, how the whole thing works, because...
Inside and outside have, like...
Yeah, and also, they have 4 children, 1 grandchild, but the brother... Well, the youngest brother... No, wait, they have 5 children. The youngest brother is staying at the inn with his partner.
It took me half the movie to realize that they were a couple. I was like, who's this extra guy? Why is he here? The family friend.
And then the dinner scene happened, and you were like...
The dinner scene happened, and I was like, oh, of course. All the diversity in one couple.
This isn't Christmas Prince level here. They were like, we're gonna do it all in one.
The other thing I wrote is, like, what is Mom on? Because this is before it was revealed that she was, like, dying, and the way that she came in was so, like...
So bizarre.
Weird. So weird.
Also, I wrote down Thaddeus. A hate crime, because that is, why would you name your child? Like, there's
I didn't
Ben,
know his name either,
there's
like...
Amy, Susanna, and then there's just, like, Everett, which is already on the brink, and then Thaddeus, and it's like, wow.
At some point, one of the siblings was, I think, Everett was talking to him, and he was like, what do you think, Thad? And I was just hearing Dad, and I was like... I thought the other guy was his dad. I don't understand.
No, the dad is Kelly, which is also...
The dad is Kelly, which is also irritating me to no end.
And then there's the most awkward introduction ever. As if Meredith has never met another human being before. But like you said before, like, she does seem to have some social skills. And then we see her here, and it's her first day on Earth.
This is what confuses me, because the whole intro scene before the, like, millionaire... opening credits is like, look how much of a capable boss babe this woman is in the most annoying way possible. And then she meets this guy's family, and suddenly she's never interacted with another human before.
No. Her shouting at the deaf brother.
I know, I wanted to die. I was looking at the screen like, please stop. Oh my god. Can we talk about the fact that this fucking woman not only is like the weirdest person on earth socially, but then refuses to sleep in the same room as her boyfriend.
Yes, she's like, no, I will not sleep in the same room as you in your parents' house. And it's like, what?
Even the mum's like, oh, so you're not having sex.
What you're saying is you just don't screw. I did also write, what is with this mother? Is she off her meds? She might have been on the meds. That's actually...
Honestly, like, the whole family was so fucking weird. And I don't know if this is because my family aren't, like, as affectionate, but the way that they show each other affection is really weird. Like, the kissing and the hugging.
My family and I are also not overly, like, physically affectionate, but I believe that no grown man should sit on his brother's lap. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know if this is just me being weird.
I don't think this is you being weird. I think it is them being weird.
Every time one of the siblings interacts with each other or one of the parents interacts with each other, it's like, eh.
There's also this one scene where Susanna goes to see the mother in the bedroom, and she just spoons her. So I also wrote, why is she refusing to sleep in his room? Also, why is Amy allowing this? Like, I would have said, no, put the bitch on the sofa. That's my room. I don't care.
No fucking chance.
I wrote down, like, I can't believe that she's picking up the phone and expecting them to vacate the room that they were getting ready for her because she doesn't want to sleep in her boyfriend's room. This woman is all sorts of insane.
Yeah, we haven't even got to the bit where she keeps inviting people to their house yet.
We're still at the first scene.
We're still in, like, the first 5 minutes.
I like how she does this whole scene so that she doesn't want to sleep in the same bedroom as him, but then she goes back to his bedroom and she sidles up and she's all girlfriendy, and it's like, what are you doing?
Right. I literally wrote down, like, I thought you didn't want to get all frisky at his family's house.
Yeah. Even if you don't want to get frisky, like, then just don't have sex. Why can you not be in the same bed as him?
Right.
Make him sleep on the floor. I don't know.
Or just sleep in bed and don't have sex. That's like, it's not that hard.
And then Ben arrives, and I wrote, there's a fifth sibling.
I wrote, stoner bro is such a creep, yuck.
He is. Weirdest fucking introduction as well. He's just like harassing her.
It's like, really creepy.
It's so creepy. And his brother is right there and he doesn't say anything.
Because his family's fucking weird. Because they do that to each other all the time. I was getting such creepy vibes.
So creepy. Like, and it doesn't stop there. I have more notes.
Oh yeah. A lot of my notes are really... I've written yuck. And then a facial expression, because I was just going, like, I remember that I was going, like, and I don't remember why.
It might be because that's when Ben calls her pretty lady at some point.
Oh, maybe.
And he immediately starts talking about, like, a second grade teacher that he had a massive crush on.
Yeah, that might have been it.
And then I wrote, why are we sitting on our siblings' lap? Because why are we doing that? Do these people not have enough chairs?
And then they play charades. And then they play charades. And Meredith is predictably terrible at it and a racist.
Yes. That was so bad. Where she just points.
And then she insists that she wasn't.
And then she's like, no.
Blatantly was.
She's literally just like...
She literally is just there like, you were though.
It was so bad.
Yeah, the cringe was cringing.
And then she just leaves in a huff. And everyone is like, Amy, why did you do that? And it's like, I'm sorry, are we just
glossing over the fact that...
Are we ignoring the fact that she was pointing at a black person to make them guess the word black? She could have pointed at her shoes, at her black Louboutin shoes.
I've also just written, ew. And I don't know what it was related to. Probably...
Oh, I think I know what it was. Because I wrote down, quote unquote, Brad popped Amy's cherry.
No, I've written that, like, that's the next note. Why would you tell her that in all caps?
What is wrong with this mother? Like, why are we openly discussing...
Why does she know that?
I mean, I suppose you can assume if they're, like, your first long-term boyfriend.
Maybe. It's not something that I would share with my family.
No.
And then Amy is, like, understandably upset, and Meredith, being Meredith, is like, why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? Is it because I stole your room? I'm so sorry I stole your room. We can take it in turns sleeping on the couch. Like, why can't you just sleep on the couch?
Why can't you sleep in the same bed as your boyfriend? But I did...
your boyfriend.
I did write down, why is she trying to act like the victim when she literally took Amy's bedroom?
I'm on Amy's side throughout the whole movie, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Like...
I guess this is the point where Meredith is like, I'm going to go stay at the inn. Alone. And I'm also getting my sister to come over.
She goes off in a huff. And Everett comes in, like, excuse me, family. And has, like, a big red flag moment where he's, like, throwing furniture or some shit. Like, he has, like...
He's slamming on the table.
Slamming on the table?
I wrote down...
He gets right up in Amy's face.
I wrote down he's low-key giving abuser vibes. Because...
He is. I wrote exactly, like, the same kind of thing. Like, I was like, oh, are we doing that? Ugh. Squabbling with your siblings is one thing.
But that
Fighting with your siblings when you're younger is one thing, but, like, as adults, getting up in someone's face and trying to intimidate them is just not...
That's not okay.
Not it.
While Everett is...
terrorizing his family.
Just immediately, just like, well, anyway.
Hard cut from the one abusive brother to the one in the grey sweatpants with his bulge in his brother's girlfriend's face.
What the fuck was that scene? Who does that? Who acts like that? I mean, men. But
it's so creepy.
It's so weird.
It's so creepy.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, I had a dream about you last night.
And then doesn't elaborate until later. And it's worse than you expected, somehow. Which we will get to. Meredith is at the inn and just casually inviting people to someone else's house.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah, my sister's coming over. Like, I mean, admittedly, you could have just gone to celebrate Christmas with your family instead if it was really that awful.
Like this is also what I get. It's like you're upset enough to storm out and stay somewhere else, but you're still staying.
Yeah.
And not that only that, but the people who already don't like you, you're going to, like, impose yourself on even more by inviting someone else without asking for permission. And I was like, I'm sorry, but you can't just invite people to other people's houses without asking like that. Like, not in that context.
Yeah, so she goes to the inn, and then we get to the touchy-feely. Mum is
spooning mum.
I wrote, this family is way too touchy-feely, why are you spooning your mother?
I think I wrote cancer, probably cancer.
I get that once you know that someone is ill,
have a cuddle,
the dynamic changes.
I'll hug my mother.
Yeah. I will not spoon her.
Cuddle my mother, but I wouldn't spoon.
No, like, what happened to sitting on the side of the bed and gently placing your hand on their shoulder? We should bring that back.
Call us out in the comments or wherever if we are in the wrong here, but...
I'll make a poll.
Make a poll.
A poll.
Poll.
A poll.
Poll.
I can't. Do you spoon your parents?
Do you spoon? Is it weird to spoon your parents?
I am sorry, call me uptight, but...
I think it's weird.
It's weird. Meredith then comes back, and she's just making food.
Decided to cook.
She's decided that she'll make breakfast. And then I also wrote, like, doesn't know her boyfriend is allergic to mushrooms. I feel like that's something that should have come up.
I feel like it would have come up. How do you not know that? Have you never eaten together?
Very debatable level of food safety. Mostly just because I have a very rational fear of salmonella.
That is a rational fear, yeah. I don't know. Like, I think I would feel a bit weird about it.
Just uncooked egg. Just like, even if it is refrigerated.
So while she's plotting the downfall of her boyfriend's awful family, her boyfriend and his brother are picking up her sister from the bus stop. And Everett is having the realization that he may have picked the wrong sister.
But also, can we talk about her falling out of the...
Fake face plant off the bus.
So bizarre.
So like, weird.
Why was this part of the plot?
I think it was meant to be funny. Like, you know, like the door opens,
oh, right, yeah,
the
like
beautiful
the goofy...
sister is there, and he's all, like, love-struck. And it's like, and then flop.
That is exactly what she did. Like, she doesn't just fall. She really just, like, flops. She doesn't try to, like, stop herself or hold herself or even put her arms out or kind of cushion the fall with her suitcase. She really just, like, boom.
That, like, like, I'm sorry. I can suspend realism, whatever, for all kinds of things, but there is no way, after falling out of a bus like that, she would be as uninjured as she was. There's a moment where Everett is like, oh, I'd better get you a plaster, and there's a whole thing, and Meredith who instantly seems to hate her sister, who she invited, is like, I'll do that.
Admittedly, I do find it weird that the entire family is very anti-Meredith, and then her sister arrives, and they're like, we love Julie.
Suddenly fawning over Julie.
I did write down, Julie dropped her own Christmas plans to help out her sister and be there for her, but Meredith is jealous. Like, be mad at the family.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at your sister.
And also Julie doesn't even know why she's there. She's like, why am I here? Why did you make me come here?
Like, again, do these people not communicate beforehand? This is something that you ask on the phone when your sister is like, please come to Christmas with me and my boyfriend's awful family. You're like, what happened? Why do you need me there? Not once you've driven for multiple hours.
And then it's dinner time.
Yeah, it's dinner time, and I wrote down, I feel like race is being underlined in a weirdly clumsy and very 2005 way. Thad and Patrick? I don't remember his name.
This is the point in the movie where I realized they were a couple.
But they're talking about adopting a child. And Julie's like, oh, well, do you guys have any preference on the race? And it's like, very weird thing to ask people you don't know.
But nobody seems to have a problem with her asking.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
because everyone loves Julie.
It would never occur to me to ask any couple who were like, oh, we plan on adopting a child, but what race do you want it to be? Like,
what color? Like you're picking
it's like you're picking out a sweater.
It's kind of, I don't know. It's a weird question. I don't know.
It's a very weird question.
I guess maybe it would be a consideration for the parents that were adopting, but it's not really anyone's business.
It would be very weird if you're like, what ethnicity is this baby?
I'm deaf and blind.
Okay, Helen Keller. Do you believe in nature versus nurture?
It's already like, oh, where's this going?
Like, oh, we're nurturing our children to be gay.
And
it's a wild concept. And then the dad being like, well, we believe that homosexuality is a genetic predisposition.
It's one way to look at it.
Obviously, it's something that, you know, you're born with. It's your being. It's your person. But I don't think it's genetically...
The gay gene.
The gay gene.
And then they have a whole thing about how they found the gay gene or something. I don't know what that was about. Meredith basically manages to put her foot in her mouth over and over again. Like, she's, like, kicking herself in the face with both feet.
I did also know Rachel McAdams pouring herself the biggest glass of red wine. Mood. Me at family gatherings, to be honest.
Yeah. And then she's like, you didn't really want your kids to be gay, right? You didn't want them to be challenged. You must have wanted a normal child.
Right. That was so out of pocket. I also wanted to point out that the mother being like, I hoped all my boys would be gay and never leave me. Freud would have a field day with these people.
Oh, yeah.
The cuddling and the spooning.
We can all get into bed and spoon together.
Also, like, just because your sons are gay, they can't
like,
grow
Thad
up and
is
have
literally not staying at the house, and now we know why. And then, because she's the main character, she storms up in a huff when everyone calls her out on it.
I like how she's also like, thanks a lot to her boyfriend. Like, as if she wasn't, you know,
as
homophobic
if it wasn't
and
her
ableist.
Doing all the talking.
Right. I just saw that. I did write, oh my god, has she never driven a car?
I wrote, it's automatic, how are you fucking it up this badly?
I do like also how everyone just like remains seated at the table and they just
like
repeatedly crashing.
I was really expecting her to burst through the wall into the dining room, and I was so disappointed when she didn't.
And I also wrote, like, why are neither her actual boyfriend nor her sister going to check on her? They're just like, stay.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know. And then creepy stoner bro is like, I'll go check on her.
Right.
The noble boy. And everyone's fine with that.
Yeah.
Although at the same time, if my sibling had invited me to dinner just for them to alienate the entire host family with homophobic, ableist, horrible comments, I might also be like, I'm so sorry. I am not related to this person.
But I feel like by the second time you heard the car crash, you would have been like, you know what, I'm just gonna go check
probably
that
make
they're
sure
okay.
They're still alive.
Anyway, while Everett and Julie are looking for Meredith, she's at a bar with Ben, the brother. Because she's like, I love the gays.
Gays, I've
Gay
also written
people.
that. And the creepy brother says the only intelligent thing he says in the whole movie, which is, maybe you should stop. And then Everett's a creep with Julie.
I wrote down boyfriend and sister both being awful and falling in love rather than finding Meredith. And then
it cuts back to Meredith humping the jukebox at the bar.
And then Brad walks in.
Brad Stevenson?
Meredith is just like, aren't you the guy who popped Amy's cherry?
I know, it's like, girl, why did you have to repeat that phrasing?
There were not enough empty beer bottles on that table to warrant anyone saying that.
And then what does she do? What do normal people do in this situation? But invite them to the family dinner.
Ben finally tells us about his fucking dream, which is like, you were a little girl.
Immediately I'm like,
yeah,
oh no. You were a little girl shoveling snow.
And I was the snow.
And I was the snow.
And you were scooping me up.
He says, earlier in the film, I had a dream about you, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then somehow, it's like way, way worse than you expected. I am actually a bit, like, speechless. I want to say so much about this dream, and the words just don't. Fredo, hello. Oh my god. Oh, he's so good.
Oh, sweet boy. And we go back to Stonehouse.
Yeah.
And Susanna's on the phone with her husband, who doesn't show up until like the last minute for a second. I was like, are we talking about that?
Yeah, like 10 whole seconds of screen time. And then my next note is in all caps. Oh no, did she sleep with his brother? Like, and then the dad comes
barging in. Why didn't she hide? Like, she had time.
What did she do? Just hide under the blanket at least. Hide somewhere. Make more effort.
Do something.
It's not like she didn't have time.
Mm-hmm. He knocked 7 times. I wrote, do people actually get this physically close to their family members' faces? Because the Everett and the mother have a conversation about the ring. That's where she
and she was like nuzzling.
Oh, she's like, oh, I will give it to you. And then Julie walks in. And Everett is just like, Julie.
You should try it on. And then she's like, oh, no, I have big hands. It'll never work. I've got big fat fingers. And then lo and behold, she does in fact have big fat fingers.
Julie tries on the ring. The ring gets stuck. And then the sisters, Julie and Meredith, go lock themselves in the bathroom to try and get the ring off. And Julie's like, what did you do?
There's some good questions in this scene, and I feel like nobody answers them. Because Meredith is like, why did he want to see it on you? And she's like, I've got your wedding ring. Good question. Yeah. Why did he?
Very good question. Like, what happened between...
Julie answers with another question. Where were you last night? Also a very good question.
Can we talk about how Meredith, she's like, Julie guesses that Meredith slept with the brother, and Meredith is just like, I'm so ashamed. And she does like this weird thing where she puts her hands like this, and she's I'm so ashamed. Is she okay?
Obviously not.
But yeah, then I wrote, Meredith is an awful sister and girlfriend.
Julie is also an awful sister.
Immediately followed by they're all awful people.
You're awful people.
Other than the gays and Susanna, everyone is awful.
I think Amy has some redeeming qualities. But she is mean.
She is mean, though.
She's a mean girl.
None of the questions are answered. but we move on with Christmas.
To another question, which is, why is Brad here? To which he answers, Meredith invited me.
And Amy is obviously annoyed.
Amy's the only person who is like, why the fuck do you keep inviting people to our house? Like,
Meredith just hands everyone
the exact same box.
The exact same box. And I wrote that the gesture of framing the photograph is sweet, but making 4 copies and gifting everyone the same photo is a bit weird.
I could see being a nice present for the parents, actually. Like, that would be a sweet present for the mom. I think it's, like, a nice photo, but it's, like...
It is a very nice photo.
I don't know what I would do with that. Like, I'd be like, oh...
Yeah, I would... If I was handed, if my brother brought a girlfriend for Christmas and she just handed me like a framed photograph of my mother pregnant with my brother.
I know. I would be like, where did you get this? Why? Who are you? and then suddenly Amy has like a whole thing where she's like, suddenly. Oh my god, I was such a bad person. Meredith's amazing. And then Everett finally gets to talk to Meredith about the question on everyone's mind, but it's not the question that we all think it is.
It is not. And I wrote also at one point, I guess she's like, not her outing herself as a racist and a bigot. Oh my god, not her admitting to cheating. Girl, shut up. And then I think...
Right in front of everyone.
Right in front of everyone. And I think someone is like, with who? And then the dad corrects with whom?
Yes, and I was like, same.
I wrote, with whom? Me.
Lol, same. With whom, lol, same.
And I like how that is like, don't look at me.
That's after, I think. After she's like, I can't marry you in front of everyone. Yeah. And he's just like, I didn't ask. Yes,
true. He's like, I didn't ask you. And it's like, ooh. Oof. It's like, well, no, you didn't, because your engagement ring is currently on my sister's chubby-ass finger. Yeesh. Good thing he bought another one, though. So, no, I'm just kidding. Sister wives. There was the revelation. Ben is like, we didn't sleep together. Like, we didn't have sex.
True.
We just slept in the same bed. And then she storms off in a huff, and she's like, isn't there anybody who loves me?
Like, she's suddenly upset that she didn't sleep with his brother.
And she's like, well, clearly nobody loves me because I didn't cheat on my boyfriend with his brother.
And then Everett has the nerve to be upset about the idea. And it's like, bro, you've been making heart eyes at her sister this whole time. Right. You literally put the engagement ring on her sister's great big fat fingers. And now it's stuck there, which is the whole problem. And now you're starting a physical fight with your brother.
In the meantime, Meredith goes to the, fridge. She gets her
disgusting egg.
Her trays of salmonella. She takes them out in, like, the stupidest way. Because instead of taking one out, putting it on a counter, and then taking the other one out and putting it on the counter, she's just like, yeah, let me balance these very liquid...
I have to be honest, as a person who, I don't know, again, if it's the ADHD, I would probably take them both out at once. Fredo! I don't like making more than one trip.
I see your point, but if something is liquid and like that full to the brim, I'm taking them out one by one. Also, the trip isn't that far. It's like 2 steps.
If there's any chance of me ending up covered in egg.
Exactly.
Day old egg.
And then obviously the salmonella ends up all over the place. Kitchen is covered in salmonella and everybody slips and falls in it.
The girls have a big salmonella cuddle in the salmonella cuddle puddle, and Everett and his creepy brother
are fighting. They're like Tom and Jerry levels of fighting.
Literally.
They're running around the table.
I know.
Then the brothers, they end up in the kitchen and they fight, and then like the table in the kitchen collapses with the iMac on it. The sister's also on the phone. The ring falls off and then she leaves, is what I gather. Well, we gather later on, because afterwards they're looking for Julie, or they see the daughter, the child, I don't
little fucking kleptomaniac.
And she's like, oh yeah, Julie gave me this to give to Everett, and she's wearing it on her finger, but it's also, it's like that.
I know.
It's too small for the child as well. And I was like, how fucking tiny is this ring?
Everyone's got big fat fingers, except Meredith.
Except for Meredith. He's very dainty.
Very dainty. Everett runs out the door.
Yeah.
And is gonna run
chase
to
after,
the bus stop.
After Julie.
And his dad almost runs him over.
Yeah, and then gives him a lift.
And then gives him a lift. Everett gets a lift to the bus stop where Julie is about to leave. I wrote it would be fucking funny if he got hit by the bus crossing the road.
I wrote it would be really funny if Everett got run over by the bus right now.
We're good people. And then my notes are just Julie, no. Julie, no. She better be on that fucking bus. Oh, for fuck's sake. Julie, no. And then no with an exclamation mark.
I wrote down, oh my god, you don't know her. He's there trying to get her to stay. And for a fucking minute,
it looks like she has a shred of
it looks like
sense.
she gets on the bus. The bus drives off. And I wrote, at least she has some ounce of decency. Immediately after I wrote, never mind. Because the bus stops. And she gets out. She doesn't fall out this time.
She gets out. We're evolving. It's like, this is still your sister's ex.
Yeah. I could never imagine hitting on anyone in my family or my close friends' partner. Like, why would you do that? Finally, Susanna's husband shows up for the whole 10 seconds.
The whole 10 seconds. And that's the end.
The movie ends with them celebrating Christmas a year later, and Meredith is there with Ben. And somehow people are okay with her being with Ben. They hated the idea of her marrying Everett. However, the concept of her marrying Ben is fine. And then Everett and Julie arrive, and they are all just, like, really happy to be there. And are we forgetting?
Nobody's weirded out by any of it.
Everyone's weirded out.
Everyone's like, oh, this is normal. This
is
normal
great.
Family. Everything's okay.
I would be bitter if I had a sister who then ended up dating my ex. Admittedly, their relationship was awful and they shouldn't have been together, but I would
also be bitter if I had a sibling that ended up dating my ex. Like, it's like, they're both, like, but neither of them, like, none of them should be okay with any of this.
No.
I don't understand.
And
I don't get it.
My verdict is watched once.
That was enough. It was a fun watch. I watched it once. I
watched it 1.5 times.
Once might be enough.
Yeah.
Do we have reviews?
I was about to say I forgot.
I found some.
Okay. Yeah. Then
Shall I read some reviews?
Yes.
Find them. I think I screenshotted them. All right. These are all from Rotten Tomatoes. Let's start with the bad ones. This one is half a star. It's not even 1 star. Blessing W, November 19th, 2025.
Okay.
I truly hate this movie so much. It doesn't make any sense. The romantic pairings are nonsensical. The family's mistreatment of Meredith is so unrealistic and uncalled for. Everyone is so unlikable. I just don't get it.
Yep.
That is pretty much it. I mean, these 3 are, like, just 3 in a row of, like, bad reviews, all from November 19th. Claire B said, it's also, like, less than a star. The worst film I've ever seen. There's nothing good about it. Nothing at all. It's not funny. It's not clever or interesting. It's absolutely awful. My favorite of the bad the bad reviews from November 19th, 2025 is from OOH. It is absolutely disgusting movie I've ever seen in my life. Totally not recommend. I feel pity for all people here who did watch this piece of cringe. This scenario is absolutely misogynistic and gaslighting and just unacceptable. Don't have enough words for it.
You know what?
Well said.
Yep.
Well said.
I couldn't have put it better myself. I also don't have enough words.
For the good reviews, here's one from 2019. We have to go back in time a little bit further. Someone without a name gave it 4.5 stars and said, really fine ensemble acting. I don't know which movie they watched. In a touching family story with some twists and surprises.
A touching family story.
Surprises? Did we not see any of that? Like, captures the imperfections, jealousy, and sibling struggles of large families. It's an annual must for our family of 5 strong personalities.
I feel like, to be honest, the cancer aspect, the fact that the mother's ill, is absolutely not navigated in the movie, other than the scene where Susanna's spooning her mother, and then where Ben and the father are getting high. There's just moments where it's acknowledged, but it's not actually just, like, spoken about or navigated through in any way. And cancer is, like, it's a big thing. It's traumatizing for everyone involved, but it's not actually discussed in the movie.
No, that's true. It's not that long a movie. It's less than 2 hours, and I feel like they just tried to stuff too much in. Like, I feel like there's...
They should have shortened the credits and the intro credits.
I have one more 5-star review. It's very short, but I kind of giggled at it.
Okay.
It's November 5th, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
A gem of a movie. I watched it every year for the holidays. Multiple times? Question mark, question mark. That's the review.
Multiple times?
So, that is it. That is The Family Stone.
That is The Family Stone. So that is,
I think it's worth at least one watch. And
yeah.
And that is all. Watch it once.
Watch it once. Definitely be prepared for it to be awful. Yeah. Also, I feel like no matter how prepared you are, it is still somehow worse.
It's still gonna be worse. Like, you've heard the whole... If you've managed to make it this far, first of all, well done. Thank you. Also, you've already heard the whole plot, so you know what's gonna happen and how bad it's gonna be, but...
And you will still be...
You will still be amazed.
Your flabbers will be ghosted.
Your flabbers will be extremely ghosted. So what's next? Do we have another movie lined up?
Yes, we said that we would be doing... I believe it's called New Year's Eve.
I'm making faces.
Okay, Thad. Before she leaves...
Hello, my beautiful princess. Oh my god, I love her.
And there she goes.
Ooh, she's so good at climbing.
She's very good at climbing.
Bye,
George.
Bye, George.
Also, Fredo is still here.
I love that. I love that Fredo is a regular co-host. Oh, purring. Fredo. Oh. We need like a snappy outro.
Fredo, do you want to give us a snappy outro?
Thank you
for
listening.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Do it good.
I hope your family is more normal than the Family Stone, and that no one steals anyone's partners in anyone's family.
We wish you a drama-free Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or nothing. I mean,
week. A drama-free week.
Have a good day. Have
a good time. Have a drama-free time, and if drama-free isn't possible, I hope you have plentiful mulled wine to drown your sorrows in.
Or if you don't partake in alcoholism, have a good
have a good time.
Have a good.
Have a good.
Wow, that was so snappy.
Come back soon.
We are so good at this.
Please don't leave us.
Our 2026 resolution is to become better podcasters.
It is. Absolutely.
The bar is very low.
Stay tuned.